Hello guys, my name is Dogo Shabani. Welcome back to Lockdown Studies. So guys, since I've explained to you what ABB ROBOTSTUDIO is and how to use it, so right now what we're gonna do, we're gonna start off with a pick and place application. So we just have to do a pick and place application, and then we're gonna do a application where we will have a conveyor, and then objects are gonna be sliding along the conveyor, and then another tutorial will see what we're gonna do. So right now we are when you open your Robot Studio, this is where it will take you. So now you have to you can use this one, but here you get to choose uh the robots. I told you. So we wanna choose the robot. At this point, we're gonna go inside the station first. So we're going to create an empty station, create an empty station, and then click on it, wait for it. So let us wait. Okay, while we're waiting, what another thing that you should understand, guys, is that this software is not free. Remember that it's not free. You have 30 days, so then you gotta use these 30 days. You must make sure that you use these 30 days into a good use. So now we here, but I need more space. I can just make it big, and then maybe take this one to the side like this. Now I have enough space. So here we are. Remember, this is your y. I mean, this is your z, y, x. So this is like your origin point. So everything that you put or everything that you import here, this is where it's gonna be located. So now what we need a robot, right? Remember, I told you where exactly find a robot at ABB library. That's where you're gonna find a robot. You pick up any. So right now, we're just gonna pick up randomly any robot, but maybe maybe you might be given a scenario, and then you're gonna be given a specific robot to use. So now for now we're just gonna pick up any robot. I love this one, so you might as well just pick up this one. So this is the capacity, which means you can pick up things that weigh 10 kg or less. You can also reach things that are 1.5 meter away from the origin of the robot. And click OK. So this is where it's going to be located. You have your robot there. You see, this is your robot. And then now, what you need for the robot, before you do anything else, you have the robot, and then you must have its controller. So this is where you get your controller, and then create a controller, a visual controller based on existing layouts, which means that is going to be controlling everything that's on a layout right now. And what you see on the layout is this robot, and then the computer will know exactly which controller that is used for this type of the robot. And then you just have to click next, don't change anything, and then you see this name here, and then this is the mechanism, which is this robot. And then if you say next, now the robot knows which controller is actually suitable for this robot. Now I'm gonna click. Now I'm just gonna click next, and then wait, and then now it's finish, and then finish. So now I have the controller is being installed here. Once it's done installing, the controller is gonna appear here. You will see something appearing here, but I'm gonna show you that when it pops up. So now once we have this robot, first of all we need to know what we're gonna be dealing with here. So what you're gonna do here, we're just gonna pick and place. You're gonna have to pick up an object and then place it into another location. So then we're gonna pick and place. So now we need to get, you see this robot, this is just a robot. So you can change, okay, this is what I told you about. The controller stays as a 0, yeah, a 0 into 1. When it's 1 into 1, which means that the controller has been installed, or I don't know if it's installing it or it's updating it or whatever, but which means the controller is ready to go. So now it's starting. Then when it's done starting, you see this will turn green. So let's go back to the robot. See, the robot is just a robot. This is the body of the robot. But now, this is where you attach your end grip. This is where you attach your your end effect, your grip or whatever. So depending on the application that you wanna use your robot to. So if say you want a robot to paint, you're gonna need an end grip that is used for painting. If you want it to weld, and then you wanna use the welding end grip. You want it to pick up, you're gonna use So now there is a tool though. So if you want an end grip, you go up here, you go to, and then this is where you get your tools. These are all end grippers. These are all grippers and end effects. So you have to use the code. So then you have to understand all of them. But before we don't understand all of them right now. Understand this one, that one, which one? Okay. So now since we understand few of them, we're just gonna have to use tool, because my tool is can do I guess everything. You pick up my tool. My tool can pick and place, can draw, can do a lot of things. Once you have the tool, remember everything that you put into the layout. This is where it's gonna be located into the it's like the origin point. Then you decide where you want it to be, and then you locate it again. So now what I'm gonna do, you just right click here and then drag it into the robot, because you want it to you want it to be attached here on the robot, right? Drag this guy if it allows you to, and then you come here. Okay, you won't allow me. I think it's because this guy is still installing. I don't know. But then if you don't allow you to, you just right click on it. You go to attach to, and then you choose all these links. You see all these links are right here on the robot. So I don't know if you can see that, but let me try and show you something. So now when I right click and then I go to attach to, all these links are actually parts of that robot. You see, they turn green when I come here, the part will turn green, this one and that one and that one, all these things. But so you don't have to really choose a link, which you can just say to the robot as a whole, and then it will know where exactly to go, because it knows that it's an end clip, and then it must go to the end clip point. Right click, and then it's gonna ask you if ask you something. Okay, I think I didn't do it right. You go to the robot as it is, and then say okay. Then it's gonna ask you if you adapt the position of my tool. You say yes. See now, this is where you have the tool now. You have the tool at the end grip. You have the tool at the end gripper. That's where your tool is. So this is the tool we're gonna be using. So since we said on this tutorial, we're gonna start with pick and place. So we're gonna be picking an object from wherever it's gonna be, then put it into another location. So now say we are picking. So this is like the ground, right? So the we have objects here, the bodies, and then we pick it up, and then say we have a conveyor here. So then we just pick it up, put it into a conveyor, and then start lighting, or we start moving along the conveyor, which means we need a conveyor. You go again here. This is where you can get your conveyor. You can just pick up any, any. So let me just pick up this one, or I can pick this one up. I love this one, and then say yes. Now remember I told you, so this is where it's gonna be. But now what you need to do, you need to move it to the side. You can just say now this is your conveyor, alright? This is your whatever, you can rename it, say this is my conveyor. It's a I think that's conveyor there. I don't know spelling, I'm not sure about the spelling. Conveyor, and then right click on my conveyor. So now I wanna move it, okay? You can just go to position or whatever, but that won't be necessary. You can just freehand it. You go to freehand, and then you wanna move it sideways. Click like sideways. Make sure you first click here, and then you go click to sideways, and then you can move it. If you wanna rotate it, you can go there. But now if you wanna pull physical objects, you go there, but you don't need that, because you just wanna move it. You wanna pull it. You just wanna move it to the side, and then drag it to this side, and look from the front. Okay. Remember, if you wanna do this, you press Control Shift, and then you press the left click or left button of your mouse, and then you start shaking your mouse, and then you can have it moving like that. You see, really easy. So then let me keep moving it to the side. I think it's gonna be fun Wednesday. Yeah. So I'm hoping my robot will be able to reach uh any point here on any point here on the conveyor. You see, must reach that point there, any point on the conveyor on this side, because I want to put my objects on this side. So now I have it like this, right? So now I think I have everything that I need except for one thing. What is it that I'm gonna be transferring to this conveyor? What is it that I'm gonna be moving from one location to the other location? Since we are actually picking and placing. What is it that you are picking up and then placing into another location? So now we need to have that thing. Wow, what we can just do, we can just create our own thing, create one, and then we go to, now that we are creating, we can just go to geometry, or maybe see, go to geometry. You can get anything right here, go to locations, but now this one is gonna take you far, far, far. You don't need to do that. Even if you go to browser, this one will work, but it won't be necessary. But still, let's try this one. And then you go here to library, training objects. Okay, you go here, you don't need this. Just look for a box. If you can get a box, you see a box set. It's not available. And try this one. Let's see what it is. You see, you have this box set. What is this? You can pick up this box if you want to. But now we don't need that box. We don't need that box. We just, because this one is like usual has been created. So we need our own box that we're gonna create. So now what you're gonna do, you go to modeling. Now we have to model something, right? We are going to model a box. You go to box, or say a cylinder. I prefer a cylinder, not a box. And then okay, for now, actually do not pay attention to these two guys up there, the base center and the rotation. Now go to the radius of this box, or the diameter. You can determine, you can just determine any. Say I want the diameter to be 200. That's the diameter, and then it's gonna have the radius, and then say the height. I want it to be just say 200. I want the height to be 200. So the box must be somewhere here. I mean the cylinder. Let's say close, right? Close. Now you have your cylinder. Where is it? Go home. We gotta have the cylinder. This is whatever is not conveyor. Okay, I think I closed without saving. Go back to see, go back to modeling, because we have to model it, and then say cylinder. I said we gotta have to, must have the diameter of 300, and then the height of 200. Maybe say 180 or 170. The height of 170. Then say create before close. Yeah, I forgot to press create, and then now there we have it. See, we have it there, and then now say close. Now that we have this part here, we can just name it. Say this is part one. Okay, it's fine. It's part one. It's part one. It's our part one. And then right click or click on it. Without right clicking, you can just set the position now where you want it to be, because it can't be here. The robot won't be able to pick it up from where it is right now, because it's right underneath the robot. You drag it, put it somewhere where the robots can see it and be able to reach it. Put it right in front of the robot. Say here, or you can just put it somewhere there, a little bit far from the robot, but make sure the robot will be able to reach it. Put it, press it again, and then you drag it. You see, you make sure this one is pressed. So because if this one is it's not pressed, even if you press here, you don't get to move it sideways. But now if I press here, I'll get to move it sideways. Then you move it here. Say move it here. Then there a little bit. So I have my part right here, right? So I wanna pick this guy up and then put it here. So we're doing pick and place. Then the next tutorial, I wanna pick it up, put it there, and then it must slide through out to the other side. You see. So now for now we're just doing pick up and place, pick and place. Now I want to pick this part. So this is what I want to pick up, right? Now where I want to put it, I want to place it right there. Okay, so now before I do that, what I need to do, I need to make a copy of it and then take the copy, put it where I want to put the original part. So and then it's gonna okay, I don't know how to explain this, but you'll see why I'm gonna have to make this a duplicate of this. So just copy, then go back to your unsaved station and say paste. And you have part 2. Click on part 2, and then now you move part 2. Now this is where you want so you cannot move it up, move it down or whatever, but now you want to place it right here. You want to put it up here, right? So now it's gonna be hard for you to make sure that it's actually on top of the conveyor, but I don't know, you see it's right like through it's through the conveyor right now. It's not on top of the conveyor. So now we need to make sure that it's on top of the conveyor. But now what we can do, we can just click on it and then come here, right? So to just like when I have to define the coordinate, come here and define the coordinate. Right click on it and then say set position. Go to position, set position, and then you have your x support. So now these are the current coordinates. Then if I move it, they keep changing. You see, x is changing, y changing, then z is changing, right? So now I just have to determine x and y and z at the same time by clicking on one point. So now what I'm saying is I want this point. You see this point, the center point. I want it to be somewhere here. I want it to be somewhere here. So then I'm gonna have to do this is the mechanism. I'm saying on the mechanism, I go to search for mechanism, see mechanism, and then this is group selection, this is part selection. I wanna on a mechanism, I click mechanism. Onto this mechanism, I wanna click see the snap, which is end point. I wanna click on end point. So I have this mechanism, but it has an end point. That is an end point. That is its end point. I wanna click on the end point. So now if I click here and then that shall move to that point. But now before it does that, I have to make sure that I click here so that they will know that right now when this is blinking, what I'm about to click on is going to determine or define the position, not the orientation, the position. So if I didn't click anywhere, so then it was going to get confused what actually I'm clicking, what is this point defining. So the point is defining, we can click in, you can just make sure it's blinking. So now I know it knows that I'm defining the position, and then I go here, and then I can click push. You see, so now it's gonna be moved to that point, and I say apply. So now it's fine. So now I get to move it to this side. You see, to change Y and Z whatever. That side. Say now it's on top, right? But now I'm gonna be using this coordinate into another application, and then I don't need them to be like this. And you see, I don't need these points and whatever. I can just make it simple. By saying okay. No, make this one 150. Just convert it. Say 150. I have my x as 150. There you go. And then I have this one as negative 9 75. Okay, 975. I just want to simple numbers. Okay, I'm going to say negative 977. That is like my y. I'll say maybe 70 or 80. I don't know. And then click apply. And then say this one here is just fine. 775. So now I have like rounded off numbers. So then this is my position. This is the position of this uh second part here. And I say close because now it's right there where I want it to be. Now what I'm saying is that I'm gonna pick this part and then put it right here on not on top of this one, but I wanna put it here into the position of this one, just like this one. So then now I have that, and then it's really nice. But now what I need to do, the robot does not know which parts to pick up and then which way to go from there and where it's gonna drop it. So now I have to tell the robot, okay, we're gonna pick up this part and then go drop it there. I need to know the robot needs to know uh where it's gonna go from here right now, because right now this is where it's actually resting. This is home point for it. And then I'm gonna say, okay, what I need you to do, I need to define a go back to home now. I need to define the target. I'll go click on target. So the target is like the point where you want your robot to go to. I want it to go to this object here. So where the point where I want it to go to onto this object is the target. So now say I just wanted to go straight on top of this one into the center. I want to pick it up by the center. Now this is an object, okay? This is like a body. This is a body. It's no longer a mechanism, which means I need to search for a body here. I'm gonna see a body surface selection. Okay, it's a surface. It's a surface as well, but I wanna just pick up body because it's a body. So this is a body. See now, this is a body, and then onto this body, I wanna click either a corner. Well, it doesn't have a corner, but I wanna click a center. See, I have a center. Maybe I can use this one. Get to click up the center. So now, and then I'm defining actually the position. I have to lift to make sure that the position is blinking. Then go click on the position. See, this is the position, and then it's blinking. Then I get to click. So now the point is created. I have the first point, which is the path. Which is the target. So now the robot, if I say play, go to the target, just gonna move from there straight to that point. You see. But now I don't want it to go straight to that point. I want it to move from here and then go to a point here and before it goes down. So just have to go forward first and then go down, which means I can just lift this point up by few millimeter, and then I'm gonna lift it up by, say, I only have to change Y direction. I don't have to change X. I don't want it to go sideways. I wanna have a point or above this one, right above this one. So I'm just gonna say I want it to go up by, because that is 100. Say 500, and then say add. You're gonna add the new point. Don't create. When you create, it's like we've done with every point. Now add another point. So I have this point. You see, just above this point. But no, I want it to be a little bit up high there. But it's fine. It is fine. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay. Now when it comes here, and then it's gonna pick up this guy from this point, and then comes to this point, and then straight to this one, which means I'm creating another point. I want it to come to this point here. Now again, it's the new point, and then I can just click here maybe before I click here, and then when it's blinking, I come and then click here. I have a point. Again, just like the other one, I want it to go up by, excuse, say, want to go up by 500, and then which means I'm gonna have 1,400 and something, 1,400 maybe, just say 1,400, and then now I'm not gonna say create add, and then I have that point. See that point there? I have that point, and then say what else I want? Okay, that's a great point. Now I wanna create another point. Right here. So I want it to move from, it's gonna go straight there, pick it up, then I want it to go to this point, then this point. So I'm gonna have a point there. I'm just gonna have to click here, make sure it blinks. And I have a point, say here and here and here. You see, so now I have those 3 points, and then there you go. I'm sorry, that's so small. So then I wanted to, now these points are on the ground. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be dragging this object onto the ground. Nope. So I'm going back to my point and then modify it. Say I want it to go up to be, it must be somewhere up here. Say I want this one to go up by 1.2. Then modify. That's too much. That's too much. Say 600. Modify. 600 is better. 600 is better. But let me go to this one. This one must be 600. Modify 600, and then the second one, say 800. Want to go up by 800, and then the third one, say 1000. Say this one is 1000, or maybe say 800. I don't know, 900, say 1000, and then modify. Now you have your point. So see, it's like beautiful, it's going up like this, and then to this point, and then drop it. So I just want to create a nice, a very, very nice arc. Must go like that. Just, and then this is the pad. So I'm creating, it's gonna go straight to this point, that point, that point, that point, that point. So now I have the point for the robot. So now to make sure that, okay, when I'm done, I can say create and close, and close. So now I have this point. So these are my targets. Target 1, target 2, target 3. I can rename them if I want to, but I'm not gonna do that. So now I don't, because there's so many. What I can do right now, I can just go to, okay, now that I have all these targets, but now what about this original state? So now I want where the current position of the robot now to be a home uh home target, so that when it's done doing everything, it returns here. So now if I say go pick up that, and it's gonna go pick it up and then come drop it here and then remain there. I don't want it to remain where the last target is. I want to remain at home. So I'm gonna say this is a home. But if you wanna add another target, but now a home target where the robot is currently being positioned, or is where the robot is currently at, you go to teach target, and then which means you're creating a target where the robot is right now. So now this is another target, and then where I can rename this one, say this is home target, say home target. Oh, what? It's not that one. It's not that one. That was target 70. It's this one. Yeah, this one here. This one here. This is home target where the tool is. Where you have your tools, home target, and say home. Where's your home? There you have it. So now what I need to do I need to view the tool and the robot as well into each and every target here, to see if the robot will be able to reach the target. So if the target is too far from the robot, I will see, and if the robot will make it to the target, I will also see. So how do I see it? I go to the target, any target, and I say view tool a target. I say click, see, and then you see the tool. This is the tool. But now you don't see uh the robot. You just go up the view robot and target. You click. Then now you see the robots. This is how the robot is gonna be like here, right? So at this target, the robot is gonna be positioned like this. But I don't want it to be facing up. I want it to be facing down. And I right click again. I say now modify and rotate the tool. So now I have to rotate it. Okay, I need to do this. There you go. And I say modify. So now I want it to rotate over X by 180. So when you say over X, this is a X, which means it's gonna rotate like this. So I want to rotate it to face so that it's gonna be facing down. I want to rotate over X. You click X and then say, so now you see it's facing down. Perfect. But now I don't want it to be I don't want it to be tangled like that. No. So I just wanna rotate it by 90 degrees so that it's gonna be facing that direction. I'm gonna have to go to Z. Why Z? Because now it's gonna be rotating like this. Just like this. It was rotating like that, and then it's gonna be rotating like this. And then I say not 180, say 90. I say 90, apply. It's facing the other direction, it's facing that direction. You see it's facing there. Apply again, it's facing that one now, apply again. Now it's facing the right direction. So it's coming from this direction. That's great. Then I go to another one, I say go to that one. Well, it's facing downward. This is why you don't see it. It's actually inside the part, inside the body. And then you say 180. I want it to go up and then around X. I want to rotate around X and say apply. You see now it's facing up. But now it's actually facing this side, which makes it difficult for the robot to pick the guy up. Then I can just change the Z direction by 180. Then now it's there you go. See now it's on this side. And then I go to another point. is facing up, I go to Z, make it face down to Z, I mean to X to Z to face that direction. There you go. Then I go to another one. This one is facing down, and then go to Z, X, make facing up, Z. There you go. Okay, make it 90 again, 90. So it's gonna face the robot. Now there you go, you see it. And then go on to another one. Up one is fine. That one is facing down, which means I have to say, okay, well 90 is fine. Go to X, click it twice, so that's gonna be 180. So now it's facing up, but still is facing onto this side, but it must face the robot. I go to Z, double click, it's facing now it's at the right position. So then go to another one, this one is facing down, go to X, right, double click, so that is gonna be 180, and then go to Z, click, click. See, you just have to play with 90 and 180. You will see which one is better. Go to the last one, it's facing down, and then which means go to X first, make it go up, and then go to Z, click, click, click. Yeah, I think this one is perfect. There you go. So now I have it like this, and then where's home? Home. So when it's at home, it's right there. Home. And then close. Now I have everything. So now I know that the robots can reach all these targets. So now I need to tell the robot which target to start with first. From here, must go to this target, and then the next target is that target, go to that target, go to that target, go to which target, or no, whichever target. So now I need to tell the robot to do that. So by doing that, which means I'm giving a robot a path to follow. So now I have a path here. Just go click path. I'm saying, bro, from home, first of all, you start at home, or you can just from home, you first go home, and then now this is it's gonna go to home. Then from home, you go down, but not down. You go here to this one. So you go to that one, and then when I click OK, it's that one. I drag it. It must be, it must fall under home. Then you go down, and then you go down, straight down. You go down, and then you go back up to 20, which means it's gonna go down, pick something, pick this cylinder, go back up again to 20. That's why I'm saying back to 20. And then from there, go to always home. Oh, that is my home here. There you go. So from home, go to this point, go to that point, come back, go to this one, right? Then which one is this one? You go look there, go look there. It's not this one, it's this one. Okay, so go to this one. Then from this one, you go to the next one, which is that one, which is 60. Then from 60, you go to this one, which is 70. You know, so just drag it. It's a matter of dragging it. And then from 70, you go up there, which is 30, no, 40, which is 40. You go to 40. Then from 40, you go to 30. You go down, you drop. Then after dropping, you go back up to 30. You go back up to 40. Go back 40. Then from 40, you do return home. Then you say home. You return home. So now we have the path. You see, it's clear. You see the arrows, forward arrow, forward arrow, forward arrow, coming back, coming back. And it's going all the way like that, and then drop something and then come back, return home again. So now we can check if it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. How do you check that? Now you go to path. Right click on your path and then set as a simulation entry point first. So now that you have done that, you can just say go to auto configuration, say all move. You see, so this is how it's gonna, so this is exactly what it should do. Oop, then return home. You see, simple. So this is that, this is moving, actually moving along the path for now. It's not picking up, it's not supposed to pick it up because we haven't actually instructed it to pick anything up. Go back again, say can pick up in here, whatever. Go pick it up, drag it, and drop it. You see. So now we have to make it more interesting. You see, this is like a linear, linear page. We can just change all this into a circular page. So now I say here from that point, it's gonna pick up, come back, and then to that point. So from this point to that point, it must be uh, a circular page. I'll click this point and then I control click this point, which means now they are both highlighted. I say modify instruction and then convert to circular whatever. So now it's a circular thing, but it's not looking good. Okay, leave it like that. Undo. Try another one. Try now this point. This point. Where is that point? Okay, see this point and that point. Make a circular. There you go. So now it's perfect. So now we have this circular. You see, it's gonna go circular like this. So it's like an arc. And then I think should include that one as well. Say now 70, and this one, they both should be, so they can't be converted into. Well, it's fine, but we have that one as a circular page. So then that's a very nice page from there. Search there. So now we can play along it and see how it's gonna move. Go pick up and then shoot, go up, drop, laka, laka. Very nice. So I love it. I love it. So guys, for now, I think this is for today. I think this is enough. So on the next tutorial, we're just gonna have to pick up where we left and then carry on. Make sure that on the next tutorial, it has to pick the object and drop it here. It has to do that. So on the next tutorial, we're gonna be dealing with that. For now, let us stop here. Thank you. See you on the next tutorial. Good night.